destroyed my day, and no racing today. But we're going to have some fun with this buggy. This is the rc8.2, the Team Associated. We're going to get this thing back together. Well, 90% together. Got to still do the back section, but we'll be able to get everything pretty much all the way back to the rear section done today and finally get it to look like something. So let me get you on the tripod here. We'll get a good shot, and we'll see what's going on in the chat. There we go. That's pretty good. All right. So let's see what's going on. Grampito Vic showed up early. Off the guy. Corey's here. Bob's RC. What's going on, everybody? Nitro IC Life. What's going on? Yeah, kind of my day's screwed. There's a big race up in JJ. What's going on? There's a big race up in Harrisburg today at the farm show complex called Motorama, and it's a pretty big it's electric race. I don't think they do nitro anymore. But I missed out on it because I was going to go racing today, and well, due to snow, we're not racing today. So long story short, here we are. Hey John, what's going on, brother? Calling me a nerd this early in the morning? Man. Corey gonna follow suit and do it as well. Bob's RC, what's up? So in the last live stream we did, I was able to basically get the whole front end together. Now, if anybody remembers this thing when I got it after, and it's coming out pretty clean. I'm really happy with it. But that's where as far as we got. We were able to get the front end together. Front diff is assembled. Everything looks pretty good so far. I had to replace the bearings in the hubs. They were completely shot. But other than that, not too bad. Let's see if we can bring that up a hair. There we go. All right. Being hit with a massive third storm, Bob says, for this week. Yeah, we're supposed to get something today. But, you know, the snow did its job. It ruined my day, so I'm probably not... We're not going to get nothing. Watch. So, all right, let's go through the parts here real quick, and we can get started. I ran a 10K oil in the front diff. So for the rear today, we're going to be running a 7,000 in the center. I'm going to have to take this apart, clean her up, rebuild that. I already went through, did the monotonous stuff. All the turnbuckles and stuff were disgusting and covering rust now. Nice and clean, ready to rock and roll. The bearings and stuff were in this were nice. No real complaints. The servo, everything was nice. The servo saver, everything. So that wasn't too much of a job. So let's get started. Let's get something together. I got to get out of this funk I'm in. Day is ruined. So let's at least be productive. Okay, we got the brake pads. That. Okay. Make sure we got a good shot of this. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Vic, what's going on? Grampito Vic. Hugh, what time are you doing your start? Your LS. Are you doing that today or tomorrow? Sunday. What day are we doing this? I want to make sure I'm there for that. I want to see it. Oh gee, I'm early. Dude, I was like 4 minutes early. It wasn't even that bad. Let's see what else we got here. RPM Nitro's in the house. What's going on, brother? All right, man. We got a good crowd today. Let's get some let's get to this nitro buggy. Let's hopefully get this thing looking like something. So first thing we're gonna do is I gotta get this this rack and pinion on, which takes like a second. Let's just slide it right onto the mounts. Come on. As long as the bearings stay in, we'll be in good shape. Come on. There we go. That bearing pops out. All right. I have to grab a couple of wrenches on this one. Okay, so the steering rack just drops in. Bearings don't want to see 100%. Just push them down with this. There we go. Like I said, everything was pretty nice with that one. Whoa, 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 where's my wrench? Where did you get a wrench? Hit that damn like button, please. Yeah, if you just could hit the like button, I'd appreciate it. See how far we can get this thing going today. So, steering rack assembly is pretty straightforward. Nothing really too in-depth with that. Then we can start sliding on the front half. Line up right about there and there. All right, cool. So we'll start getting some screws in this. Now, to clean all the screws up, I was not put money into getting a stainless kit for this. It's an older buggy, but I didn't find it necessary. So dump these screws out and start separating them. So that way I can figure out if they're all the same size or if there's some that are longer. All right, looks like there's two that are longer. Everything else is the same. One that's super short. All right, cool. So let's see what the chat says. You better hit that like or you get the Revenge of the Nerds. That's an excellent movie, by the way. All right, so let's start getting this front end assembled. We got a metal-to-metal set up here on the top. It's going to drop through this front support and go into the steering. I guess you call them the steering towers. All right. Well, you better not start giving me server problems. Not today. I have enough problems today. All right, let's check out this manual. I always have the manual up on site, so that way if I have to look at anything, size of those screws. All right, come on, that's the top part. That's the assembly. Four by 12. Okay, so that's just going to be a basic size one. So 4 by 12s on the top. All I did to clean these up, some of the finish is knocked off them. I'm just gonna, those ones will be on the bottom. Is I got all the rust off them. They're back to the original color. Is I just let them sit there and what's it called? I just sit there with a I have a thing of PB Blaster, and I just let it soak in there for a day, and then we're good to go. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, gee, Rinks doesn't trust me. No, I trust everybody. I trust everybody that's here. I've known through the grapevine a bunch of people. It's just OG's on track. We really don't get too many problems in here, so I don't need to have a ton of mods in here. Yeah, OG's dangerous, but, you know. All right. Cool. Let's clean up all this excess. Let's see what happens. There we go. That way you can see more what I'm doing. No problems in here for sure. Oh, I'm sure there are. There's probably problems, but they're hiding down below. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so where are we at? I need another nicer one. That's a bottom. There we go. All of the what's it called? The screws that are going on the bottom, I'm really not worried about because if they look like crap, it's going to be on the bottom of the buggy, and it's probably going to be, you won't see it. To make the top look nice. So what's going on? Anybody else doing anything today? I mean, the weather's killing it for 90% of us, I think. Grandma Vic is doing an unboxing at 3 p.m. Oh, is that the unboxing for John's truck? Oh, yeah, I'll be there. All three of those MT2 engines are toast. Which engines are in them? Are you talking about the stock ones? What wasn't it? The 3.0 or the 1.5? What did you get in those? All right, that's sweet. Okay, then we get 4 on the bottom here. find a way to get it to sit and we'll be all right. Okay, good enough. All right, so now I'm going to use those ones that are kind of scraped up. Use those on the bottom. Yeah, use those. Okay, let's see what he says. Yes, sir. Okay. Hugh, what is she unboxing? Is that John's truck? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, 3 o'clock. Yeah, I should have nothing to do today, so I'll be there to check it out, man. Yeah, I can't wait to see Yvette open that up, man. She's gonna be stoked. One is a 3.0, one is an OS 18. I think is an HPI SS 18, I think. And all of them are smoked? What is it, just a repinch deal, or are they tore up? Because if they're just the repinch deal, I mean, all hope is not lost, man. You can still get them redone. Or if you want to sell that OS, I mean, I'd probably be interested at a price. I have an 18 CVR, but I'll take another. Yeah, she hasn't seen the truck since she had her EMAX 23 years ago. She's gonna freak out. That's really cool, man. You guys are good people. So I'm glad that she got one. That was really cool of John to do that. That was really cool. Yeah, man, I can't wait. It's gonna be cool. All right, we got 12 people in the live. I got 3 likes. Come on, guys. Help a brother out. I'm having a rough one today. The weather destroyed my day. So let's get those going. All right, there we go. So we can start hooking up some of the steering, I suppose. Corey said he's gonna cry. You wuss. Cry, baby. But also today, if anybody's watching, like I said, there's a big race up in Harrisburg today. J Concepts was live with it. If you want to check that out after mine, it's going to be a pretty big race. If I can get, the time, and it's all electric. If I can get the time, I'd like to maybe try it out for that next year. See if I can get a spot and maybe run 8 scale. That looks like a good time. It's only 2 hours away. That's going to be a problem. Size of these. Let's see what we got here. Hugh says, I just got to clean up my engine stuff off the bench. I have wiring and fuel system stuff all over the place. Now, are you starting this thing on the on a stand, or is this thing actually in the car? I haven't been keeping up, and I feel bad about that, but I've been super busy lately. Beautiful. The money is shipping in pinch. I just buy 2 new 3.0s. Yeah, I mean, you could. I think they're like $110 for a 3.0. It's really not a bad deal, but I don't know. If you can get that OS going, I would. I'm an OS fan, so that's the engine I would rather see in one. But you're right. Monetarily speaking, you're probably 100%. Oh, first time in many years, vodka for breakfast. What? Brother. I ain't done that in a long time, and I don't plan on doing that today or tomorrow. I'll tell you that. Brother, it's hard to watch so many people's videos and keep up with everything from everyone. Yeah. I work a lot, so like when you see me on, like I go on John's usually because I'm just getting out of work. But as far as all day and in the morning, if you see me, it's very rare. Come on, don't fight me now. Stay on there. All right, cool. There we go. Starting to look like something finally. Got the front end is all on. Turnbuckles are on. Everything is cleaned up. Sway bar is good to go. Diff is serviced. So let's move further back. Where can we go with this? Let's see. Probably going to go with the electronics tray. Get this done. Now, this was pretty simple. Before everything went down, we tested out the servos. The servos worked pretty good. I didn't have any problems. So this can just go straight in. It's S651. These are basically your Spectrum RTR style servos. They're not the fastest, but they're not terrible. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run them. And if they suck, I'll change them out then. For now, I'm going to run them. So this has got to go down the center. Now, okay. Now these screws here, I actually have soaking, so I gotta have to pull these out. Q, I love the view bits you're putting on there. No, man, I didn't put any of the blue stuff on here. All the stuff that was on here was, this is a team kit, so it came with it. It's just it was so funky and dirty when I got this that you really couldn't tell, you know? All right, so let's start pulling these. I'm gonna need paper towel. All right, let's do a little cleanup here. JJ is only getting rain. Better than blue balls, man. Especially after Valentine's Day. That would suck. Biggest rip-off holiday of the year. All right. So these are for the... That's for the center diff. That's for the center diff. That's for the center diff. These are for the electric tray. So did anybody watch that Mark Santa Maria video where he was trying out that new, the Jado 4x4 on the racetrack? Not bad. That's a problem. The further we keep Traxxas away from that legit racing, the better. But we'll see. Cool. Am I going to keep the center diff loose or stiff? I'm putting, what did I put in the front? I put 10K in the front. I'm going to put a 7K in the rear. I'm sorry, 7K in the center, and I'm going to go 5 in the rear. So it's fairly open. Hang on a second here. OG, who are you talking about, Mac and Cheese? Because I have a buddy that races with us we call Mac and Cheese. I just wonder if we're talking about the same guy. Because he took a what's it called? A Traxxas Bandit. It's one of the bigger races and actually did it. Yeah, because Pat, I raced with him. He went to, I forget, it was in Ohio. It was one of the bigger carpet tracks, I believe. And, no, I'm sorry. It was a clay track. It was one of the bigger races. He took a Traxxas Bandit, and he was whooping on people with it. Yeah, I know Pat. I race with Pat. Nah, small world, man. Yeah, I know him. He races. He's one of the trains and lanes, I think, guys. He's one of the other tracks, but, dude, he comes and he hangs out with us all the time. Yeah, the guy that runs that Bandit, he goes to, he comes quite a bit too. That wasn't his. He borrowed that. Let's Graham Vick say, I was running 10K in the center and 7K rear, 1 or 3 in the front. Not really sure on the front. Been a while since she was apart. Yeah. Which clay track was it? I have no idea. I have no idea. All I know is he came to our track with that damn Bandit, and he did pretty damn well with it. Like it was fun, and I knew he was building it or working on it for a bigger race. And yeah, I know Pat. That's funny. Small world. How many holes is this? 1. Come on. All right, we can do this the easy way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So are we missing one? Are we missing a screw? That's wonderful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe. All right, I have to find a screw. No big deal. No big deal. All right. A2RC, let's see. I'm in the south or so. Yeah, Live RC recorded the race. Rad Ray RC says it was Hoosier. Yes, you're right. Hoosier Raceway. Yes, you're right. Mac and cheese turns the corners, shake and bake takes. Yeah, it's always funny because a couple of the transponders that we have at our track, his name is in there, and it's the same thing. Mac and cheese. Whenever he clocks in, you laugh your ass off. That's funny. Yeah, I forget the name of the guy that actually owns that Bandit, but he brings that around quite a bit. It's pretty cool. I mean, when you see my $1,300 buggy going up against the Bandit, and the Bandit does damn well or even gets me, you know what I'm saying? Off the guy, what's going on, brother? All right, we'll start one on the top, and we'll do one on the bottom. Starting to look like something here. This buggy's coming back together nice. Yeah, Pat's a good dude. Funnier than hell. Don't do that. There we go. No, we're not missing one. This one doesn't get used. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's funny that you guys caught that. Yeah, Carl, how you doing today, brother? He DNF'd because it broke. Well, that's Traxxas for you. But yeah. I think he's one of the trains and lanes guys. I'm not sure. I forget which one he runs at more. Off the guy. I'm not doing no chance. It's too early. Yeah, there's not really a ton of scratches. The bottom's got a couple. I mean, it's used, but it's not bad compared to. Well, here. Do you want to see a comparison? I can do a good comparison since I only did the front so far. Michael Graham, what's going on, brother? See, you guys said Traxxas too many times. Mike shows up. It's kind of like the nitro addiction. You'd say Savage 3 times, and bam, there you be. Well, look at this. Basically, this is what we started with. Look at this. Drive shafts, rusted. Sway bars, rusted. Camber links, rusted. All the screws, famous color, doo-doo brown. Diffs are gross. There's really not much positive to this. You can see, look at the difference in that blue. Bam. This thing is absolutely filthy. Now, let's take a look at the front. Drive shafts cleaned up nice. I did all right with the sway bars. All the links are perfectly cleaned. Diffs are serviced. All the bearings are right. It's getting there. Do you know what I'm saying? We're getting there. I think this is going to be a little bit nicer than I figured it would. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Yeah, not taken care of. No, that's the thing. Somebody did give a shit about this thing. At one point, someone actually did give a shit, but I don't know when it stopped. Let's go that way. Let's see here. A2 says, racing is hard enough for formal race kits, but trying to actually race with a Traxxas platform would be tough to be competitive, mainly for durability. Nitro Freak, what's going on, brother? Big difference for sure. Ford Shore. Ford Shore. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, the Traxxas, like I raced with the Slash. I mean, I love racing that Slash. I race that Slash more than I probably race any other thing I have. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? Compared to, let's say, my my TLR short course truck, it's not even close. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. All right, let's get going. All right, if everybody can hit that like button on the way in or way out, I'd appreciate that. Helps spread the channel a little bit. But yeah, getting somewhere on this today. Gonna do a little fifth scale work in probably a week or two. Nitro Freak, you're gonna check it out. I'm gonna bring out my disgustingly abused DBXL 2.0, and we're gonna do some work to it and clean it up. Okay. All right, I think I'm not going to put the fuel tank in yet because I want to start getting the center diff assembled first, since it'd probably be a lot easier to get to it but without the tank in. Free Nitro RC Life. Man, I'm going to make a shirt. That should be a shirt. The poor guy. Can't wait to see you on a track with this. Oh, yeah, we're definitely going to the track with this. We will be at Trains and Lanes this as soon as they open up in the spring. And they actually have a couple of big events. They have the Kyosho Classic. They have an all-nitro and an all-electric race. I want to go check them out. I've never really raced on a dirt track, so I think it'll be a humongous learning curve, and I'll probably be terrible with it. But you got to start somewhere, and I think it'd be a great day. Travis Robinson, how are you, brother? Also, if anybody's new to the channel, I can't see everybody. If you're not participating in the chat, like and subscribe, man. Everybody that helps me out, I greatly appreciate. So let's get to that center diff, and let's start getting that assembly together. All right. Just reuse this rag, I guess. That'll work. So let's take a look inside and see. Let's see how bad it is. See how bad it is. Do I have another rag? I thought I did. Yeah, I do. I'm going to double it up because this shit's nasty. All right, so 4 screws, same as the front. Nitro RC Life. They still didn't let you back in that group? I figured they would have squashed that shit by now. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Like them videos you've been doing about that that LRP engine, man. Pretty cool. I'm blocked. Yeah, well. So am I. Join the group. Maybe we'll make a new one. No, we can do. Sad. When honestly, I mean, I'm not. I don't look to start trouble. I don't have trouble with anybody. I I don't get that far into it to start a problem for anybody. But honestly, the smaller channels, excluding a couple, I mean, but there's mostly the smaller channels, I think, do more for the community than the bigger channels do. Like tearing down that engine and shit, showing people the insides of it. You know your stuff. You're talking, what you're saying is correct, and everybody's getting a good look at everything. I really dig that. And like with John is super helpful with his knowledge of the Savages and doing other things now and helping people out. I think he's one of the better guys. But there's a lot of bigger channels that are more of a, they kind of want a sponge. You know what I'm saying? Whoa, look at this. This thing is drier than a cat's ass. There ain't nothing in there. Look at that. That is terrible. So this diff was wide the hell open. Wow. Well, no gasket again. Maybe it was in there at one point, but it ain't now. Well, it makes my cleanup a lot easier. That's for sure. We don't have to go anywhere near as far as I thought I'd have to. So I'm going to pull that sun gear off. That's how my OFNA was, dry diffs. Yeah, but like that's the thing. Somebody was in the front, and if you were to take the front apart, this is a hell of a lot easier to get out than the front. Why did they? Why? Okay. King's Racing ain't no joke. Yeah, man. What's it called? Nitro Freak turned me onto that channel. I was checking him out, man. That guy is pretty cool. I enjoy. I've been watching a lot of his stuff. He's been showing. Which engine was that? The Ultimate Racing engine or whatever, Ultimate brand. That guy is pretty cool. He's from Holland, I guess. That's pretty cool. Yeah, King's Racing is the man. Damn right. Nitro Freak. He did a shout out a bunch of people and showed a bunch of channels the other day, dude. That was pretty dope. I appreciate it. I thank you for doing it for me. But yeah, King's Racing. I checked out a bunch of the ones that he was talking about, and man, that guy's got some neat shit. Yeah, the Dakota Fashion. Yeah. It changed some stuff, but not a lot. But I was cool. I thought that was really cool that I got to, he did that. I got to see that, This thing is so dry, and the bearing is perfectly fine on this. I'm not going to fight it and try to take that out. I'm not even going to bother. I'll pop the sun gear off, and I'm going to leave that pin in there. I'm not fighting with that. Forget it. Oh, man. Good thing we tore this apart. 11 minutes of runtime he got out of that. It's pretty good. I think that's going to be the fun part with this. Is I got to figure all that shit out. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how long that Nova Rossi's going to run. And I got to get a buddy to help me, what's it called? Do, like, pit work for me or something. The nitro thing, this is going to be a learning curve and a half. Yeah, the electric cleaner, yeah. I usually just do it by hand. I don't really worry too much about getting it all out. But as you can see, this thing is absolutely 100% dry. So, lovely. Imagine what us bashers could get out of it. Well, if I spend half of my time upside down, Travis, I think I'd probably get a little bit more. Oh, man. Lotion for the motion? Bob, what are you doing? All right, cool. Yeah, that thing is, yeah. All right, so let's get a gasket. I'm happy I bought these. Figured, man, no, there got to be gaskets in there. I don't need to buy these. I bought them, and look what happens. It does. Does the difference lubes break down? I rebuilt all 3 of my diffs 14 years later, ran a bit. Should I reduce them? I don't know. Run it, see what it does, Hugh. I mean, if it works, leave it alone. All right. Yeah, I would at least check them, you know, especially with it being an OFNA, because if you know, parts are not the easiest thing to find for a lot of the older stuff. So if you could if you could reduce the risk of actually you know, tearing something up like that, and I would highly recommend doing it. All right. There we go. Sun gears back in. It's clean enough. All right, let's start getting these gears cleaned up. Get the shafts cleaned off. We can start popping this thing back together. Throw that diff oil up in there. I don't know, Hugh. You blame that phone an awful lot, man. I don't know. We're gonna have to get you one of those the spelling books like the kids have. Cat, C-A-T. Oh crap. Oh, I didn't see where it went either. There it is. There it is. Okay. This one had a shim on it. So does that one. Okay. Gotta remember that. It had a shim on it. They don't sound dry, they're smooth. I just don't know if the RC lube breaks down like motor oil does. It depends on where. I think a lot of times it'll depend on where you store it, would be a big deal. But it probably does, because, I mean, even like the older servos, like the Black Case Traxxas servos, after a while they break down. That's when you'll notice like your servo is you know, getting real tight. You're like, what the hell's wrong with this thing? And that's usually it. OFNA support is way better than people think. I'm sure you can still find it. It's not as easy as going on like A-Main and ordering something for a Traxxas or like an Associated. And if it's anything like a lot of the older stuff that I have, it's always that stupid little part that's $1 million. Okay, that's one set of gears in. These ones also have a shim on the outside. Nice. Okay, Bob, I'm going to tear them apart. It's a good idea. Plus, hey, man, it gives you something to do. At least you know it's good. Hell yeah, Hugh. So I asked before, but I don't know if you answered or not. Are you starting that engine on the stand, or is it in the car? Yeah, I hate to tear something up for a dumb reason, too. On the stand? All right, cool. You got that thing chained down, I hope. That V8's going to be rocking and rolling on there, man. I'm guessing there's no exhaust on it. Probably just headers, so it's going to be louder than hell, too. It's going to be great. Your neighbors are going to be thrilled. I'm happy for you, though. It's going to be awesome. It's nice seeing a project like that come together. Hell yeah, man. That's cool as shit that you have your grandkids involved in it. My kid don't care too much about cars. I have a race car in the garage that I hill climb, and she could care less. She don't care. Not one bit. Okay, put that shim back on there. There we go. Clean this out, drive. Yeah, open headers. The neighbors are going to be pissed. Yeah, but you're only going to run it for so long. I mean, it's not like you're going to be out there for an hour running that thing. You know what I mean? They can't take 10 minutes of noise. You need new neighbors. Okay, get this back together. And the sun gear. Okay. There it is. Let's pop this thing open. Let's get this thing full. Yeah, I'm looking to go racing again this year, but we'll have to see what happens. I don't want my RS anymore. Kind of, it's hard to find a good class for that. It's either you're gonna smoke them, or I got to race street mod, and I don't want to race street mod because I don't want to have to switch tires at the track every time I go. But we're gonna see. I want to buy something new, something cheap. Yeah, open headers and a 15x10 shed. Holy shit. yeah, man. You better do something with some earring protection, especially for the grandkids, man. 15x10 shed, open header, small. Cool, man. It's cool. All right, I'm just gonna rotate these down a little bit. Get that fluid moving. Bob's RC says, I got the exhaust for my Audi. Excess power 3-inch, 200 cells, stainless pipe. Oh, yeah. Yeah, my RS, it's I have a Stainless Works 3-inch catless downpipe, and it's a 3-inch, basically from the, well, I guess you call it a catback. From that's a who the hell made that? AWE. AWE, they're a Pennsylvania-based company, so it's cool. I was able to go pick it up. But I used to. It's called the touring exhaust. It has 2 mufflers on the back to keep it sort of quiet. But again, it's a 3-inch pipe, so it's not very quiet anyway. But the I had the track edition back piece for it that takes those mufflers off, and oh my god, is that thing loud! The exhaust, a lot to do with the 4-cylinder cars is where the exhaust comes out. Like the Hondas, where they come out the front, they're still loud, but they're not as bad because you have 90 coming out of the head, 90 going under the engine, and there's more going on. Whereas, like, let's say my Dodge or the RS, the exhaust comes out the back of the head. So that thing is absolutely loud. Like, I mean, it's loud, loud. I like it. The neighbors don't complain too much, so. Okay. Try to get these screws started so I do not mess up the gasket. Our neighbors complain over breaking in nitro engines. Didn't charge a damn thing. Yeah. I have one neighbor that complains about the 5th scale and shit like that, but I mean, they, for the most part, I got great neighbors. They're not a problem. I think the one that was the problem kind of learned from the other neighbors just to leave me the hell alone. Let's see what Offman guy says. Corey, it's awesome. Thanks for putting that new Pico in it and deciding at the moment when you're hearing the. Okay. Oh, gee, let's see. Make sure to have the camera in the right spot so we can see everyone jump. Yeah. If that's not something they're used to, they're definitely going to jump, man. You're going to scare the shit out of somebody. I'm going to put resonator at the rear. And then put the electric cutouts. Yeah, cutouts are nice. And there is a performance benefit to it as long as you place them in the right spots. Yeah, some neighbors could be ridiculous. Yeah, I used to have an old lady who used to call the police when my air compressor would kick on. Well, let's just put it this way. When she passed away, I wasn't very upset. Tired of hearing from her ass, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I got it. My hill climb car. It's just a neon, but it's a great hill climb car because I can pretty much go to any auto parts store and fix the damn thing. And if anybody that's ever raced a car tells you any different, they won't. Going fast in a slow car is a lot more fun. Like my RS, you could take that up on the turnpike, do 150 miles an hour with it, and it's really not that eventful. I mean, the car is perfectly settled. It's fine. Take a Dodge Neon over 100 miles an hour, and you'll start to rethink about your life decisions real quick. And I mean, I race up hills, so I might be doing 75, 80 miles an hour coming into a 90-degree turn. So, you know those little 12-inch brakes I got? Yeah, I hope they work. And you know that traction control I don't have? Well, we ain't got to worry about that now, do we? Stability control, none of that. I don't even have power steering in it. It's got a manual rack. It's as raw as you're going to get. And it's probably more fun, to be honest. Okay, there we go. Boy, it's quite amazing when you have a differential that actually has fluid in it. So that's cool. That's cool. I got to put this in before I do the diff. Got to remember that. Am I going to be able to get to that screw now? Did I screw up? Yeah, might have. Okay, I can fix that. We'll come back to it. All right. So I cleaned up the posts. These are pretty cool little setup. They're ambidextrous. You can use front to back, whatever. Doesn't seem to matter. But yeah, it's a two-piece setup. So you bolt these right into the car, and then you can assemble everything. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to assemble it here. And I'm just not going to tighten the screws down all the way. So let's get that started. Let's get these apart. Just like that. Okay, we got to get them screws out, get those cleaned up. That's it. Just sitting in PB Blaster probably since like Tuesday. Cleans all that rust off, no problem. No Espanol. Yeah, me either. Probably should learn it. At work, it's all we have anymore in the warehouse. Everybody speaks Spanish. All right, let's get this out of the way before it spills. Let's see what the chat says here. Notice missing. 9 out of 10 of them are Ford Jammins. Crazy. Crazy hard to look for spare parts. Yeah, just like every other live, I'm going to tell you is I'm still looking for parts. FF231. It's a Sen Racing part. FF231. I cannot find it. I need it. So if anybody comes across anybody with a Sen Racing MT 3.0, I need one little part, and we can get that truck back together and running. Yeah, those jamming buggies are real nice, but I don't know. It's one of those things, like I said, trying to get parts for that damn thing. If you actually take it out and race that thing or run it hard, how are you going to get parts for that? You're kind of screwed. Anybody see that Team Associated released that engine that they're going to be putting out for the RC10 GTs? Looks good, man. Hey, Michelle, what's going on? I think it's a 0.15, I think that they said it was. It's going to be about 120 bucks. I think that might be good. That's a fantastic. I hope that they keep... I hope the vintage thing kicks back up. I'm serious. Like that, I think that'd be really cool. I've noticed at our local track that one person, Devin, he comes on here from time to time. He commented he brought in RC10 GT, an electric, and he raced it in the stadium truck class. And a bunch of the other guys, there's about 3 or 4 other ones now that are kind of like, hey man, that was really cool, and I want to get in on that. So if that's, our track is small, maybe that's a growing thing. I would definitely love that. But I am all nitro, so they won't let me play. Yeah, it does look like the Mach 15. Kind of stinks. The only thing I saw that I wish that they didn't do is they went with a rotary style carb instead of a pull style carb. I would have liked that better, but because I know, like, seen some Sen parts the other day. Well, you see those exact Sen parts I need, Carl. You send them my way. At this point, I mean, I'm not really too concerned about price. I mean, one part to finish an entire truck, it is what it is at this point. Corey wishes that he was as popular as Michelle. Good luck, brother. Good luck. All right. Let's get this started. Oh, forgot a part. I'll put that on with it. Let's see. I think that Thunder Tiger quit making engines for AE. They went out of business. They may have. But I mean, the price tag is right. I mean, if they start bringing back a lot of the vintage parts, you know, your basic stuff, I think the class has a, you know, I think there's a reason to do it. Do you know what I'm saying? RC Willpower will buy anything you want for offness if you have the part number. Like, I think it'd be cool as shit if they had like a vintage class all the time. Okay, so those gotta go like that. That goes in there. Partner, what car is it, Carl? It's a Sen MT Spec 3.0. Part number is FF231. Let's see what's going on, Grand Peter. That's why I'm not banishing any of my mayhems. There's some parts still on eBay, but the ones that break are the ones you can't get. Yeah, that's the problem. I forget the name of the company. I found a company that's into the like the old school buggies, but mostly like 10 scale stuff I've seen, and they're bringing back a lot of vintage parts. I'm sure that there's money in that. I'm surprised that somebody hasn't kind of brought that into the market. You know what I mean? Like for instance, I have that Sen. What drivers am I using? These are piece of shit dynamite ones. I have a beautiful Protec set sitting over there. I have these ones, the Protec, the ones with all the holes in it. I forget the name of them, but I love these ones. These things are fantastic. I have some MIP ones too. Those are just as good. But these are just what's on the desk. I like using these. It's whatever. Yeah, these are just like my beat up ones, you know? Yeah, the Protec ones are nice. And like if you break like the 2.0, I run that one out a lot because that's 9 out of 10 of the times I'm using a 2.0. I think I paid like $4 for a new tip. That was great, you know? Yeah, I just quit on the RC and continued drones. What was that? That place you were talking about? I don't have a drone. I've never got into the flying stuff because I don't want to. Because I know it's going to happen. I'm really going to enjoy it. And then I'm going to end up having thousands of planes laying around as well. And I'm pushing my luck with the RC stuff. I think the old lady's going to kick my ass one of these days. I thought about getting a drone. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, let's get these brake pads on there. Has anyone tried the Traxxas drivers? Yes, I've had the Traxxas drivers, the cheap ones. I know they have like 2 different sets. They have like a kit you could buy for like 10 or 15 bucks, and they weren't terrible. All right, the brake pads are pretty simple on this. They're just an aluminum pad. You go on with 2 screws. Pretty easy. But yeah, good to know. Why are the Huddy tools so expensive? You got me, brother. Why is Huddy everything expensive? Let's go that route. Like, I don't know. Let's go this way. If I race a little bit. I'm not a Obviously, I'm not a professional racer. I don't race every day. It's not my job. But a good set of tools in the pit is important. You know what I mean? If you got to make a fast repair, having the right tools at the right time is, you know, necessary. Get these nice and tight. Now what I'm doing is you got the fingers here on the top. That's what's going to work the servo to work the brakes. I'm just going to tighten these up enough. That way they're not dragging on the rotor. But I want them to the point where I got brakes when I want them. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to have to pull too far on them. That feels pretty good. Let's see here. They are selling their engine stock real cheap. Who's that? Let's see. I use them every day. I haven't had a problem with them, and I wrench more than anyone. Which ones do you use? Huddy, you're paying for the name. Which ones do you use, OG? The Traxxas tools? But it's 100% right. You pay for what you get in most cases. It's just that when you're working on small stuff here, if you need anything more than what ProTech can offer you, or let's say MIP can offer you, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm one of those people that'll debate you all the time. I own a lot of Snap-on tools. I have a Snap-on roller cab up in my shop. I have quite a bit of it. Is a Snap-on wrench better than a Mac wrench? Is a Snap-on wrench better than a Craftsman wrench? The answer is, in most cases, no. What you're paying for is the warranty. I have a Snap-on guy that's going to come and show up every week. If I have a problem with something and he takes care of it, we're gold. You know what I mean? We're good to go. But, you know, I don't buy Mac anymore because it just seemed like our Mac guy they just always showed up for a month and they're like, man, you got to buy our tools. They're the best thing since the padded toilet seat. And then next thing you know, he's not in business anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of quit buying from him because I'm like, this shit's broke. What am I going to do with it? I paid all that money. I want it replaced. Yeah, I'm going to have to pull this back apart a little bit to put that brace on. Damn it. Why didn't one of you guys tell me about that? OG uses primitive tools. Yeah, he's over there hitting things with stone. Alright, so what do we need here? I'm going to have to take these out, put thread locker back on them. Yeah, it was working too. Go figure. Unless I can get it in there somehow. Nope. Oh, darn. That stinks. Alright. I'm going to have to do a pull the whole thing back off. Damn it. After all, we're just working on toys. Hey, man. Can't use the T word? No, these are toys. But to spend hundreds on tools? No. Like I said, my preference is these ProTechs right here. If you wear it out, $5 more, bam, you got a new one. Oh, gee, tell them it's hard to beat age. Yes, but I was always told youth and recklessness can sometimes beat age and skill. You got to remember that. OG saw as a flint striker. OG remembers when fire was new. Don't worry about it. Yep, and it works. We have an older guy that works with us in the garage in the repair shop. He fixes diesel trucks. He has, without a doubt, the oldest Craftsman toolbox that I've ever seen in my life. I mean, this thing is ancient. But you know what? That old man still gets the job done. You're still using the tools that come with them? No, man. No, I'm gonna draw the line there, Mike. I'm not doing that. Some of those tools are just downright awful. All right. So let's correct this mistake. There we go. This is one design of the buggy that I didn't like. I had to look at it twice because I'm like, this can't be right. All right. Get them back in there. There we go. Those will tighten down. Where's the Loctite again? All right, take two. Rubbing crap in his hair. What? That's an old people thing? Damn, I'd call him a caveman. Oh, any day, anyone wants a shot at the title, it can be. OG's calling you out. Anybody wants to take a shot at the title of what? Old man? We're talking about experience. I use ProTech and MIP only, and I have one power drill. Yeah, I have the MIP drill bits. I have a Milwaukee little drill. Don't have to get crazy. I have to go, gentlemen. Got to go to the bank. Hey, man, while you're there, grab me something, would you? Help a brother out, Curtis. On the way out, if you can hit that like button, I'd appreciate it, man. All right, let's put this together, hopefully for the last time. Oh, that's how it goes. Yeah, I don't have to go to the bank today. I ain't got no damn money. We ain't got to worry about it. Spent it all on this stuff. No racing today. I don't know what I'm gonna do today. I have no idea. I am lost. No racing. I don't know what to do. I have the Traxxas Tips Walmart Impact driver I use literally. Hey, if it works, it works. This is what I use. Just basic Milwaukee M12. You can pick these up usually pretty cheap on like Black Friday deals. Works all right. I don't really use it much. I prefer to do most stuff by hand. You notice if I start using a lot of the drill, it's because I'm getting pissed off or I don't care anymore. I just find stuff off because I'm just too much of a goon with it. You know what I mean? Need to calm down a little. Actually, I'm going to swap these out while I'm here. OG is the GOAT. OG is the man. If anybody here hasn't subscribed to OG, I don't know what you're doing wrong, but you need to do it. OG is the man. He's got some cool shit. He gets shit done, and I don't know the whole. That one goes in there. This is where we go to do shit, take a shit, get shit done, whatever, however he says it. Okay. I want to get a bumper for the front of this. It's to sign some papers for legal stuff. I will let my PC run here for watch time. Thanks, brother. Legal stuff. Don't go to jail. Trump's watching. All right. Okay, so far we got the front end together. That's that. That's that. That's that. There's one in here. Got that longer one. All right, I do got to switch out one more. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Forgot one. I wanted to put the longer ones in the front. What's going on in the chat here? Michelle is still here. That's not one. These ones. All right. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna have some fifth scale stuff coming up in a couple of weeks. Just gonna bring my ugly freaking DBXL 2.0 up on the bench. It's gonna take up the entire bench, but I've neglected it way too long. I feel really, really bad. So I bought a couple of parts for it, and I'm gonna clean it up. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Nobody races them around here or anything, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Yeah, she says to say hello, everyone. We were both here sitting. Okay, hey, what's going on? On the big screen. I'm on the big screen. All right, let's go. All right, there we go. Front ends together. Gotta put this brace in. It's gonna be this small screw here. Now I'm gonna show you something I didn't like about this. Like, it just seemed, I understand why it is the way it is, but like why they designed it this way, I don't know. Is actually the stupid brace that I'm putting on right now. Team Associated, I don't know. I think this was an afterthought, if you ask me. I think they screwed this up. Trying to push your channel, OG, not a mod. Okay. If you look at how they put this thing here, I understand why, but they have this brace right here. Just a little plastic brace to go from the this triangular piece here on top of this the steering towers, and it's offset. There's a little notch. I don't know if I can get a good shot at it. A little notch right here in the middle. It goes to the side of everything and then just goes through. It seems like it should go here. I wonder if they designed this for like the two-wheel drive buggy, but they don't make a two-wheel drive 8 scale, so it doesn't make any damn sense. Because if you put it in the middle, it's going to hit the drive shaft. So why the notch? Like, it doesn't make any sense. But it is what it is. So, all right. Now I got the differential together, 7K oil in there. There it is. Brakes are, they can be adjusted later. The fronts are going to be more of a pain, but we can work on that. And this is going to go just like that, I believe. Yep, just like that. So we're going to make sure we have the drive shaft in it. Start getting some screws running. Offset for the front diff, also to clear drive. Yeah, I understand that, but it looks as if that piece should slide through the middle. And I think all they would have had to do is make the provision slide over. It wouldn't have hurt anything. And then it would have been supported by two pieces of aluminum rather than just on its own and only one side. I don't know. I just think it was a silly... if I was a designer, I wouldn't have done it that way. That's all I'm saying. It is what it is. You can't change it now. Try to get one or two started. Then I can flip it over. I don't want that drive shaft to fall out because then I got to do it all over again. All right, cool. There we go. The drive shaft stayed in. Beautiful. All right, let's get these other two screws in there. No idea where that goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, I think I know what that was for. This was for that part of that motor mount that is no longer in the chat, so I won't need it. All right, let's get these screws in. So, also, I was thinking about this. Thanks, Cord. I wanted to, like I said, this is going to see a lot of race spring. I'm going to take this thing and I'm going to run this thing ragged. The body, I was so up in the air. Let me talk about it first. About swapping out this body. I dig the paint job, man. It's pretty cool. It's a lot rougher than I thought. There's a bunch of little stickers on here that really didn't have a place. Like they were just on there. I found more holes drilled in it. I don't know if they had radios, like aerials going through them or what. There's a couple on this side. I think I'm going to try to find a body that fits this. And I think I'm going to do my own paint job on it. We're going to do something, make it a little my own. I don't think I'm going to run this body. But I don't know. I got to find something that'll fit in rc8.2. So I'm asking if anybody has the newer Team Associated buggy. Maybe if I can rob some dimensions off it, if that would work. I'm thinking about buying that because J Concept still sells one. All right. Okay. One more. Oh, no. You're gonna want something you can see, bro. A little different light out on the track. Yeah. That's why I have a black and blue buggy that goes on a black surface. I don't know. I haven't really noticed as much. I mean, with a bigger track, you're probably right. But I don't know. I don't think I want to use that body. It's just, I've gone this far with it. I think I'd rather make it look like my own. You know what I mean? All right. Let's pull these off. All right, I went through the tank. It's got a little burn mark here, but the tank seal's nice. It's clean. So I'm obviously not going to replace it. So let's see. I think that can go in now. Yeah, we're at that point. Get that done. Nope, goes this way. There we go. Cool. That little pin is going to be such a pain. That one's cake. The front one sucks. Match my slash. That slash is a factory body. I'm not gonna bother. I was thinking about honestly just getting a new body. Like I said, the rc8.2, I think. It's very similar. It attaches in the same points. I don't know the width or dimensions. That is the biggest problem. And it also has the separate nose piece that would come up here in the front. So I think that one should work, maybe with a little bit of trimming. I'm probably just going to do it in white. I was thinking about just doing a white buggy. Get a white wing, do a white body, because DE Racing sells the wheels in a lot of different colors. You can get green, you can get pink, you can get white, black. What else do they have? White, black. Oh, pretty much they have like 5 or 6 different colors. And I'd like to be able to run different colored wheels. You know what I mean? So if I have a white body, I could run pink wheels. I could run green wheels. I could run whatever I want. Also, J Concepts is selling their 8 scale buggy now, their wing in pink. And I love a pink buggy. I'm guilty. I love a pink buggy. So I'm thinking I might just do it all in white and then run pink wheels with a pink wing and wheels. Yeah, OG, that's what I was thinking. But you know what I was really worried, though? I gotta get a different size driver here. One thing I was kind of on the fence about doing that is let's say I buy the pink wing from J Concepts, and then I buy the what's it called? I buy the pink wheels from DE. If I buy them and the pinks aren't the same, that's going to drive me up a wall. I don't know if I would be I'd be able to do that, you know? What do you mean, Bob? Love the yeah, I like it too, but I mean, I can make body work. It's not like it's the end of the world. I mean, I can. Maybe just change the wing color up a little bit, or I mean, I can make it work. Yeah, I couldn't handle that if they weren't the same. Yeah, that would irk me. I couldn't do it. Ugh, where did that go? There it is. All right, cool. All right, let's get this on the servo. Just get it, the chassis brace. Oh no, man, no, we got nitro here. I do need to get an electric 8 scale though now, because like I said, there's a big race in Harrisburg, which is only 2 hours from me. And I remember the last time I went to that, because they have a car show there too, and I went to the car show, and they have what's it called? They used to run nitro, because I remember listening to them buzz by, man. It was cool as hell. And now they don't, so it's all electric. So it's a big race, man. I kind of would want to check it out, you know. I don't know if I like that. Okay, let's look at this. If you look at the servo horn, it's got 3 holes, and the brake linkage is at an angle. So I think I'm going to take that brake linkage off, and I'm going to move it in. Try to take you see the angle in it? It's got a little bit of an angle. I think a straighter shot would be the way to go. I don't like that. So it's another thing. Well, change it up. All right, where's the driver? All right, let's see what we got here in the chat. Yeah, I couldn't handle it. Yeah, we at least read that one. Me and Michelle are on the same page with the pink. The chassis brace, thought you were building an E-word. No, sir. You'd be surprised how many F1 and other drivers start out racing RCs. Yeah, man, it's all hand-eye coordination. So I can imagine. Yeah, like I said, that RC10 that I put together, the RC10 B7, that thing will 100% turn your mind into goo. Like if you lose track of concentration for a split second, you're done. Before I could read it. What are you up to, Corey? So let's see if we get a better angle on this now. Why it was like that, or why you would have it like that. All right, I gotta loosen that up a hair. A little more. There we go. The Creighton 6S is my next battery. Creighton's a good thing, man. I like the Creightons. All right, let's see if we can get that to look a little straighter now. Yeah, that's a lot better. Yeah. See now? It's a lot straighter now. That looks much better. So that's cool. Work with that. Because that's going to pull back. Forward, it's going to clear the tank. It'll be all right. It'll be okay. You're going to get an Arma? I'll tell you what. I'm telling you, I have that that Typhon, the TLR Tune Typhon, and I love that thing. That thing boogies, man. On 4S, now let me put the disclaimer out there. If you're going to run it on 4S, then just buy the 4S version. I mean the 3S. I'm sorry. The 3S version is just as fast as my TLR on 4S. There is apps because of the difference in weight. If you're just going to run it on 3S, don't waste the money on a 6S version. because you're not going any faster on. You got to go a 4S to go to fast as a 3. But if you buy the Typhon and it can go on 6S and you run it on 6S, you are going to have a good time. That thing is a ripper. All right, cool. I'll put this in for the time being. Not going to tighten it because I got to set the servo. But that should do it. Let's see, let's apply the brakes. Yeah, we got brakes. Good. Okay. All right. So I was able to get the shock mount bolts in, the proper ones finally. So that's good. All right, here we go. That's where we're at today. Front end is completely assembled. Drive shafts are all cleaned up. Everything's ready to go. Electronics tray is in. Center diff has been rebuilt with 7K fluid. Fuel tank is in and ready. And I guess I'm ready to start taking this back section apart. I don't know if I want to do that today or just bullshit for a few minutes. I'll maybe show you what's going on with that 5th scale. We're going to run that. Or, yeah, that's it. So I guess I'm going to hold it up to you guys. What do you want to do today? Should we start taking apart the rear section, or do you want to see what I have planned for the 5th scale? Oh, need a soda. Let's see what we got in the chat. Arm will hold up to what I do. No, it won't. But speed and play, it'll be fine. Nah, OJ. OG, I hate to tell you this. I think if you bought the 6S Typhon, I bet you'd have a hard time breaking that thing. It's pretty well built. High speed rips, they're fine, but jumping, they're going to break every damn thing, including bending the chest. I disagree, Bob. I disagree. I've been beating on mine pretty good. All right, off the guy. I'll catch you later. Hit me up on the cell if you're bored. Oh, geez. I want an 8S fire team with the Hoons. That will take down any street car. I don't know, man. The fire team is cool, but I don't know. It's just not. Rad Ray RC, man. Welcome to the chat. I don't know if I've seen you here before, but got the Mojave 6S on sale. Don't even run it on full power. Ray, that thing is awesome. The Mojave 6S, no doubt, is one of the coolest ones. Like, I don't care what you got. You want to throw the tracks, the Baja one that they got up against it. Man, I'll tell you what, that Mojave 6S is a freaking beast. I love that thing. I don't have one. I have friends that have them, and I've played with them, and I'll tell you what, that thing is a monster. Let's see. Michelle just wants something to run up and down her driveway. That Mojave will tear your driveway up. Take apart the rear? Okay, Travis. That's one for take apart the rear. The Mojave isn't a joke. Very, very, very popular. Yeah, the Mojave on 6S is sick. I'm how I don't own one, I have no idea. The Max Slash? No, man. The Max Slash won't hold up to anything compared to that Mojave. There's no way. I like the looks of the Mojave. Yeah, the Mojave's probably the most popular. That's because everybody follows each other. Yeah. My driveway is crushed concrete. It'll be fine. You get a 6S, I mean, that is just a bad ride. Anybody gets one of those, you're not going to be disappointed by any means. I mean, they're just cool. Take the rear end apart. All right, OG, you can do that. I am perfectly fine with that. I don't want to bore anybody. So, yeah, let's keep the chat going. The chat's going good. I think everybody's showing up. Let's start working on this rear. All right. Let's go. Now, let's see. Where are we going to start? Well, we can take these out. That's the bottom plate. So now the other thing I wanted to say about this buggy, what I was going over in my head, is I'm not sure. It came with that Nova Ross engine. It's a good engine. It's got a good pinch to it. It's a runner. There's nothing wrong with it. But I think I want to run a different engine. I'm going to decide basically when this thing is fully together. If this thing looks really nice, I will invest the money into getting something different. That one's pretty good. I'll say that. But if, you know, it's just decent looking, it's a good looking buggy, I might run the Nova. So we'll just leave that there. Let's see what's here. You're wrenching. Nothing boring about that. Yeah, I guess. I'm gonna go get a Coke though. Throat's dry. My Max Slash is bomb proof, I swear. I didn't say the Max Slash was bad. It's definitely not. But I mean, if you threw it up against one of those Mojaves, I think you'd understand. You know what I mean? They're just. Watch Thunder RC bashes sometime, and the punishment he puts it through is insane. Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't. To me, it's that freaking Mojave has it's way overpowered. I mean, you're literally just leaving four-wheel burnouts everywhere on pavement. The thing's a monster. I think they did a really, really fantastic job with that one. All right, we got mud guards. That's good. Doo-doo brown. Okay. We'll let my phone catch up here. We're getting kind of blurry on my screen. There we go. All right, we'll start pulling apart these shields. Oh, let's see here. I have the Mojave for research. I'll have to get the Mojave for research purposes. I agree. You're not going to be disappointed. I know they have problems with the differentials, just like anything else. But if you'll take the time to actually see how nasty that Mojave is, you'll understand why. Oh, I broke a diff. Yeah, no kidding. That thing's absolutely nasty. How much is it? $630. All right, let me go get something to drink real quick. All right, I'm all out of hugs. You get the joke, you get the joke. Oh, if you can catch one of those Mojaves on sale, absolutely pick it up. That's just one of those things I don't really have a place for it at the moment. You know what I mean? Ugh. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's all right. Supposed to be a bearing in there? I think we're missing a bearing. That don't look right. Interesting. Check this out. Nothing there. Looks like there should be a bearing inside this housing. I'm going to pull up that manual. There's no support on the outside for the pinion. That makes no sense. Let's take a look here. Let's open the catalog and see here. Rear drive shaft. Let's see if we can find it. Center diff, center diff, center diff. Front bulkhead. I wonder if this is missing a part. Which would be an okay thing due to the fact that I would yeah, it is. Differential bearing. It shows one in front, one in back. So this is actually missing a bearing. Good thing we took this apart. Look at that. No bearing. I wonder if I have it. So I bought bearings for this thing. Part number 25236. What did I buy? That is none of the bearings I bought, but these are different numbers. What size is it? 8 by 16. I have an 8 by 16 bearing. I wonder if this is the same. Let's take a look. Oh, cool. All right. Well, it was missing a bearing. I have one. That worked out really great. These are the ones that are for the these are the wheel bearings, actually, for the outer part of the hub out here. So yeah, they're missing a bearing the whole time. That would have been terrible. Like, there we go. I would have tore something up over something stupid. So yeah, 8 by 6 by 5. Damn. Yep. Huh. Well, that's cool. Something you definitely would not have noticed if you didn't take it apart. All right, cool. So, well, that's one thing fixed. Okay, great. I kind of want to Traxxas UDR. The UDR compared to the Mojave, Mojave all day. The UDR looks a little bit more scale, but if you want to go, you know, power for power, turning for turning, the UDR is going to get smoked. Wow, I've never seen that before, and I bought a lot of crap. There's really no bearing there. Yeah, I have those bearings. Yeah, Rad Ray, I got them too. Thank God. Oh, man. See that? The stuff you get, man, you never know what they did to it. That's a very good one. Wheel hub bearing size, correct. UDRs are awesome. Yes. Would I pick a UDR over the Mojave? No, definitely not. That's not going to fit, though. No. This is perfectly flat. It's perfectly flat. It'll just go right back on. Grub screw will hold it right in there. Bam. Worked out good. The UDR is a flipper. Yeah. I don't know. I might be biased, but I mean, I've used both. I've ran both, and no doubt about it. I'll just leave those there. I don't even know where to start. Just gotta find a spot and go. The Mojave was I thoroughly enjoyed the Mojave. Let's see here what it has. Traps around. Well, it looks like I can finish my Kyosho rebuild of my MP9, my bearings and mud guards just arrived in the mail. Gotta love a good mail drop. Anybody that's got a nitro buggy, like I said, JP is supposed to be doing something in the spring. Start it and get it going now, because the competition is going to be pretty good. Let's start with taking the C block off. Then I should be able to pull the pins and start getting some of the bottom end out. Maybe the Mojave will drop to $4.99 again. Probably will. Arma is known to, when they change shit up, man, they just rifle everything out. I'm kind of pissed at Arma at the moment, so I don't know if I'm going to buy anything from them for a little bit. Okay, tabs were down on this one. Gotta remember that. Tabs down on the C. So we'll just put them in the C, so that way I remember. Yeah, filthy, dirty, gross. Missing a bearing. See, there goes to that fact again. Remember we said that somebody probably raced this? Someone gave a shit about it, and then we find the bearing is just completely gone. Not a broken bearing, not a bad bearing, not a bearing fragment. It's like bearing doesn't exist. The bearing has left the chat. You know what I mean? All right, D block. Hey. 6S isn't though. What's that? The 4S is $4.99. Would I say that spending $600 6S Mojave is too much? If that's the kind of truck you're looking for, nope. That's a $600 truck. think the UDR comes with a locked rear diff, and that's why it flips so easy. It's possible. I think the reason that it flips so easy is because it is actually, the suspension is super scale. Like, you look at that swing arm rear and the way the shocks are set up, like, it rolls. It just rolls. There's nothing you can do about it. The UDR is dope. I mean, if anybody in here wants to buy a UDR, I'm not going to say, you know, why'd you buy that piece of shit? That's certainly not the response you're going to get from me. I mean, hey, man, that's cool. But like I said, if anybody asks my opinion on it, it's without a doubt, it's the Mojave. Okay, Travis Robinson has a question. I have a rookie build question. Do the oil brand new bearings before install since they are new? No. Not necessary. What would I do with a brand new bearing is just run it. It's there's nothing to do. Now, if you watch, I have my Traxxas Slash build series, and I show you like the simple trick that I do with the Traxxas bearings if you're going to be racing indoors, to just give you that little bit of an edge, you know what I mean? And it works really well for me. But as far as, like, you know, going out running them, no, it's not necessary. All right, we got the nice coated pins. Everything looks straight. A little dirty, but not bad. We're going to put these back in here so we know what's what. Now, if it's like if you're going to buy something with better bearings in it and stuff like that, like ceramics and stuff, no, it's not necessary. But a basic bearing, I wouldn't worry about it. Keep them clean. That's really it. Okay. So what do we need to take off now? Remove the sway bar end links. Anybody else have anything to chime in on that? I mean, what do you do with your bearings? Do you just run it how it is, or anybody do any fancy tricks with them like I do? $130 times a month, 130 off. Let's see. But yeah, the Mojave, awesome. You open an you go through and repack them? Yeah. I mean, you could. What do you use when you repack them? You use just a basic grease, or do you use like a gun oil like I do? I find that the thinner oils work best, but they don't work as long. I didn't tell you it's all air to oil. Yep, that'll work good too. I didn't tell you it's about last week's race. Last week's race was awesome. I had probably one of the best races the same day. Day started out when it comes to numbers. Like certain things, I don't know, I think are really cool. Like I ran the first qualifier with my Slash. I ran 16 laps and I forget the time, right? The second qualifier I went out, I ran 16 laps, same minute, same second, down to the tenths. Camera's buffering. Yeah, it looks good on my side. And then in the main, I took first place. So I won both qualifiers, set top qualifier, set fastest lap, and I won the main. Pretty much I won it all. I took the rc8.2 B7 out, and it died. Why has it got to be so cold here for the last 2 weeks? I still got another week. Yeah, man, it's still too cold here too, Harold. The only person out there that's crazy enough to run in this weather is OG. He's the only one. Like I said, we're supposed to get snow today. It ruined my day. I was supposed to go out racing today, and it didn't happen. But other than that, I mean, it's winter. It's what we do here in Pennsylvania. Okay, back to the race. I go and I qualified for the B main with my buggy. Wasn't a large turnout, but hey, a B main is still cool with me. I ran the B main and I got second place, which means I got the bump. I got bumped up to the A main. Now I know I'm going to get murdered in the A main, but there's a couple of heads I could probably take out, if anything. So let's try it. I put the buggy down on the track. It dies. It just shuts off. No power. I pick it up, restart it. Everything looked fine. It dies again. It died on me about 4 times. I did everything I could to get that thing back out on the track. Could not figure out why. Driving me up a freaking wall. Could not figure out what the hell the problem was. You know what the problem was? Here. Let me show you what the problem was. A lot easier. This guy right here. Here's the problem. My MRT track transponder. You see the new shrink wrapping I have here on the wires? Here, I'm split them apart. The wires came out of the box and started to touch each other. It would short out and it would turn off my ESC. They would separate. My ESC would turn back on. It would just get tapped just the right way from a jump or a bump, and it would shut it off again. That's what killed my race. Something so stupid. Let's see what the chat says. I just run and replace. Yeah, me too. Big Rock 6S bearing toast after 1 run. Amazon should be. Well, it should. How did you kill it in 1 run? Damn, dude. All right. Let's take a good look at this. These drive shafts are gross. All the bolts are gross. Again, there's that friggin' the turnbuckles, all rusty. That's why I said I'm pretty happy with how this is coming out. You can see the difference. How everything is cleaned up pretty well. I think the back will clean up just as nice as the front, but this poor thing. All right. That's one arm. Let's get this other arm off. Winnipeg is cold. A long time. Last time I was in Canada, we went to the Canadian side of the Niagara Falls. That was it. And I haven't got to visit much of Canada. I would like to, but as far as those temperatures like JP and you guys see, forget about it. Not hearing that. Not doing it. All right, same thing on this side. Rusty, crusty, disgusting. Brown bolts. Yeah, lovely. Okay, let's see here what we can do now. Let's get this, I guess the wing mount would be the way to go. Get the wing mount off. I can take the shock tower apart. We'll get right down to the diff. And then that's where we'll see what happens. See if I find anything else wrong. Heat wave here, 27. Yeah, that's a heat wave, huh? I'm moving south eventually. Just not yet. Too much shit going on here. Too many people. Let's see what... Yeah. 40 degrees where you're at. Well, like I said, not much you can do about it. It's winter. Suck it up. We'll get through it. I'm looking forward to it. So, I mean, I've been kind of just chilling like on the videos and stuff. It seems like the indoor racing stuff is kind of hit or miss. I can do really well with it, or some of them are just turds. It doesn't work out that great. I'll show you guys some of the cool stuff we have around here. Bad bearing, I figured. Yeah, might have just been a defect. Oh, that's different. I thought this was one piece. Okay, cool. Yeah, the only time I ever had a bearing that I thought was defective is a slash 4x4, actually. The bearing that holds the, I guess you'd call it like the center, the slipper in the center. I don't know what you'd call it. Where the drive shaft comes through, it's basically sits in the right in front of the rear diff housing. That friggin' thing, like, it just melted. They actually sell a replacement. Actually, I have it. I can show it to you. Right here. Bearing adapter. This bearing right here went bad. And then Traxxas sells you this little cone piece right here, the chrome blue part. It's plastic. When you buy a Traxxas slash, you spend $400 on that 4x4 slash. It comes in plastic. Once this starts to get eaten up, it'll start to get eaten up in plastic. It wrecks the bearing. And then the bearing wrecks a lot of the stuff on the inside. It's a downward spiral. That's one of the big problems that I think they have with that 4x4. Nitro Bob finally got out of bed on time. About time, man. Good to see you. All right, let's take these out. We'll just set them in there. Yeah, this actually has 2-piece wing mount. I thought this was 1 piece. See? Learned something new. All right, so we got 1 bolt. Nitro Freak still hanging out. Nitro RC Life still hanging out. Appreciate you guys. Just going to go through this back section, get her all disassembled. Like I said, hopefully we don't find any more surprises like that completely missing bearing. That would be great. Let's get this shock tower off. This back section is completely trashed. This thing is filthy. Been here the whole time, man. Just laying low, brother. I hear you. Oh, man. Nitro Bob says he hopes everyone's doing well. All right. There we go. Let's put that back in there. What do you got planned for today, Nitro Freak? You gonna go live later? Maybe if you have a panel, I'll jump in, talk some RC or something. Wrenching on some stuff? Yeah, I hear you. I'm still mad I didn't get to go racing today, man. I got that slash on friggin' set on kill mode. I was hoping to grab a couple more points this week. That didn't happen. And then to top it off, I could have been in Harrisburg. I could have checked out the big race. But I chose not to, and now I'm stuck here. All right, come on out now. Oh. Duh. Take it off before you put the bolts back in. Yeah, Bob, everyone says that body looks sick, and I'm looking to replace it. I don't know, man. It's not like I got to get rid of it. I still keep it, but... Oh, I don't mind being stuck with you guys. Gives me something to do on a Saturday. I like talking to everybody. But if I had the choice between doing this live tonight and maybe going to that big race and watching the professionals actually run, I hate to tell you this, brother, but you know where I'm at. I'm going to go check that out. Picture that pattern in black, white, and pink. Yeah, that would look cool. I just don't think I have the talent, I guess you could say, to mask off and paint something that crazy. You know what I mean? Like, it takes skill. Track, he just came back, but he's a body guy. I know him from the car scene. And he painted this freaking paint job on his buggy, man. It's got flames and shit in it. It has like a purple finish on the back. I mean, it's just dope. And I'm like, Oh man, I wish I could do that, but then he tells me like for him to repaint that, it's not cheap. I understand. It has a lot of time involved into it. It's not a problem with his price, but whew. Yeah, liquid mask. I have it. And I put it on too thin once and I haven't tried it again. But well, there's a good question. Would that be something you would want to watch me do? I could try. I mean, I'm up to try it. I could try a different kind of more crazy paint job if you want, but I mean, I'm kind of a one color guy, you know what I mean? I just bomb it and go. That Brett was, I think it was Brett was trying the airbrush thing. I thought he was doing pretty well with it, but I don't have that equipment either. So it'd be a can job. It's only 4 colors. You can handle that. You've never seen my paint skills, man. I have a buddy that does most of my paint jobs, and because he's just better at it than I am. You know what I mean? He's got a steady hand. He's able to do it. Just going to put this back together somewhat so I don't have to worry about where screws go. It's only 4 colors. Yeah. I mean, we can try it. Like I said, I got it. I got the, let me see. I'm sure I still have it. Let me check. Yeah, I do. Liquid mask. I have it. Shit's expensive. $24 for this little bottle. Uh-oh. Maybe we'll try it. I have to wait till spring though, because I'd have to paint outside. I can't paint in here, man. This would be I'd be high as a kite in no time at all. Alright. Well, the only thing left to do is we'll pull this sway bar off, and that's that. I'm not gonna stay here and clean all this over at the sink and let you stare at a bench. That's just not gonna happen. OG says that he painted an exact replica of the Wonder Bread car. Dude, I had on my Facebook page, if you go on there, I have a picture of a Traxxas Slash that I did in the Ricky Bobby scheme. But it was all vinyl stickers and stuff like that. I just had to really just paint the body white. Dude, that was comical. I don't think I have it anymore. I think it got destroyed. See what JJ said there. I just put together my indoor grill. That way I can have my steaks even in bad weather. Yeah, it's not that cold here in Pennsylvania. If I want a good steak, I can still go out and cook on the grill. If you're not first, you're last. That's right. Shake and bake. All right. So, other than that bearing, I don't really see anything too wild. You know, everything looks pretty good. I don't know why they have these shims sitting on the outside. That makes no damn sense. So, I guess next week will be the week, I guess. We're going to have to, let's see here. Rad Ray painted a few, just some masking tape. Not bad for an amateur. Yeah, man, I am extremely amateur when it comes to the paint job side. If you want to race it, I'll race it. If you want to destroy it, I can definitely destroy it. But other than that, I mean, I don't have my hands. They do not stay still enough for like when I watch my buddy do it. I'm like, I don't know how you manage. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'll mask it up and I'll have him cut it, and then we can paint it together. We'll see. But yeah, like I said, this little crack here, they went underneath it. It looks like, you know, drywall tape or some kind of tape. But like he's got screw holes here. There's one here for no reason. There's 2 over here. It's by no means perfect, but I don't think it's terrible. All right, Bob. Make sure you're sitting down if you need to. An indoor grill, like what? One of those Blackstones? Because we gave a couple of those away at work. Those things are great. All right, so I'm gonna have a lot of time soaking these screws. I'm gonna have to clean this up. It looks like wire wheel. Definitely gonna have to wire out these turnbuckles. Probably just Brillo pad up these and try to get as much of the surface rust off of the stuff that matters. The bearing on that side don't seem bad, but needs further inspection. That side feels a little tight. I'll have to take a look at it. See what say. Tom Cruise. Oh, what? I can't afford a Blackstone in RC2. Yeah, those Blackstones aren't cheap. Let's see. Tom Cruise, Oprah Winfrey. What? Use your use your witchcraft, Tom Cruise. Don't let the invisible fire get my friend. It's one of my favorite movies, OG. I love that movie. I'll have to show you next time. I have an SCCA membership, and on the SCCA memberships, you can actually put your picture on the back. And I actually have Ricky Bobby giving the thumbs up on the back of my SCCA membership. No, I sell Pampered Chefs, so I got one from them. All right, cool. I've been wanting a Blackstone, but haven't gotten one so far. Yeah, they're real nice, especially if you like to do like a lot of breakfast stuff. Like, you know, you want to do eggs, bacon. It's all one deal. Just throw it right there on the flat top. Rad Ray says, I have one of those rc8 bodies left, I bet. If you have one that is unpainted and you would like to sell it, hit me up. I appreciate it. If not, like I said, I'm going to have to try to find something else that'll fit. I think the new, the rc8, 8B.4, whatever. I don't know. I lose track of all their freaking numbers. But the newer one, J Concept shows it. Looks like the mounts are the same place. It has a separate nose cone that goes on the front of the buggy. It looks very similar. I should be able to get that to fit. Let's see, Corey. I'm counting the days to cold smoking cheese and smoked jerky. That's my summer every week. Yeah, man. My uncle does that smoked cheese. I'm a cheesehead, man. I love cheese. He does all different flavored smoked cheeses, and I'm happy that he does because I enjoy it. If you want, send me some. I can we can critique it and we can see how it is. I'll do a live on Corey's cheese. Never kept up with what fits the RC8. I don't think much fits the RC8. You know what's funny though? I put Harold has a smoker. Smoked cheese? Yeah. The only thing is you got to be careful. Because like I had, what the hell did they smoke? I had a guy bring in some macaroni and cheese his kids smoked. It was absolutely horrible. It just tasted like I was chewing on a tree. I put this up against the Arma Typhon body, and the dimensions are very close. Other than it being electric, so I mean you're going to have to, the body isn't quite molded for where you can make your cuts nicely. But as far as like width and length, it would fit. You put a truck body on it, like a truggy body. But I got you. Yeah, send me some of that cheese, man. I'll try it. So let's take a good look at it one more time. Just see how it's coming out. I know on camera it's a little bit harder to see, but all the bolts are no longer rusty. All the turnbuckles are clean. Cleaned up the sway bar, cleaned up the drive shafts. Chassis itself is very clean, very straight. Side panels are nice. Both front and center diff are done. Fuel tank's in great shape. The servos, like I said, we're going to run them until, you know, if I find them to be too slow, I'll cross that bridge when I get there. I have a receiver battery for it. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm probably going to see if I can get another one. It needs a receiver. Then I can set the servos. And then, like I said, I got the back pulled apart now. We can start cleaning that up. Maybe reassemble that next week. Then it's time to come to a decision whether or not run the Nova Rossi engine in this, or do I buy the other one I was looking at. I'm up in the air. I don't know what to do. So I think what I'm going to do basically is put it together and take a good look at it and decide whether or not this buggy is worth investing, because the engine I'm looking at is around $500. And then it's another $100 for a header and pipe setup. So I'm looking at, do I take this buggy and put $600 into it, or run the Nova Rossi? Which, I mean, I have other Nova Rossis. I have a whole chain of Nova Rossis we can run in this. But I'm kind of in the realm of, I really would like to use that other engine, but also $600. So that's where we're at. That's what I'm going to do. Let's see. What do we got here? Making an egg sandwich with it in a little. Hell yeah. Yes, OG. Big balls of mozzarella. Oh, man. Yeah. He uses blocks. Like you get a block of like American or something. For club racing, no. I'm going to do some club racing, yes. But like I said, there are some bigger races at that track. So I think what I'm leaning as is leaning towards, like I said, is I'm going to there's about I think 2 or 3 different bigger nitro races at that track, and I want to try it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna let it hang out. Let's see what we can do. So I think the Nova would hang okay. I mean, I don't know what class I'm gonna run. Obviously, it's not pro because well, I don't meet the criteria by any stretch of the word. Obviously, I'm not gonna run novice because there's no glory in novice. If you win novice, you beat kids. I believe they have a 40 and up class, which unfortunately I'd like to admit that I fit now. Don't make fun of me. So maybe I'll run the 40 and up nitro, or I can run intermediate, or I don't know, like a beginner class, not novice. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but if it's a nice buggy, I don't mind spending the $600. But if it's just a all right buggy, what do you do? Let's see what OGS say. If you're going to do it, do it. Have you ran on a dirt track yet? As in a race? No. Have I ran on a dirt track? Sort of. We went there once, and me and my buddy had it basically half the track open to us for the whole day, but it was a complete mud fest. And I had an absolute blast. So, as far as racing experience, I would hope some of the carpet experience I have would translate over. I know setup is completely different. I know all of that, but I don't believe that I'm a novice when it comes to racing. But am I going to make the big show? I doubt it. But you don't know unless you try. And that's the goal for this summer is I'm going to go out and I want to try as much as I can. Applewood smoked Gouda. Ooh. Yeah, Michelle, I agree. That's making me hungry too. And has anybody ever ate at the Melting Pot? It's a chain restaurant, but they're not very few around. Yeah, OG. Yeah, we talked about this. I don't know. You know what I mean. It's $600. Get myself a real nice engine, but also the guy that builds the engine, he races with us. It probably would be beneficial to, if I'm having running issues, the guy that designed the engine, if he's there, if you wanted someone to bounce some ideas off of or ask questions to, I think you pretty much nailed it, Go big or stay home. Yeah. Wish I didn't stay home today. Wish I would have been in Harrisburg watching the big race. That would have been cool. But, let's start cleaning up. And, let's see, it's 1 o'clock now. I'll hang out for another 10 minutes. Let's keep the discussion going. And then I'll call it quits for the day. I guess I'll go find something to do. Lamb chops. There you go. I don't know what I'm going to... I already had lunch. I had lunch before I came on here just so I wouldn't be hungry while doing this. I had a piece of pizza. That's it. Man, this is going to be a lot of cleanup. This is gross. Yeah. Now I have to decide between an omelet and burgers. You know what I would do? Meet yourself in the middle. Have yourself a burger with a scrambled egg on the top. At least you're having fun today. I have fun every day. I try to have fun every day. Even if I'm at work, I try to have fun. That's how you get written up more, but, All right. Well, I think I'm going to call it. It's 1 o'clock. We're good. I'm not going to do this on camera. I'm going to clean everything up, and we can reassemble everything next week and get the back section on this and I got a set of tires we could throw on there just to get a good look at it. Then go from there. We'll see what we're going to do with it. Just, you know, keep that body, change the body, use the engine, don't use the engine. Nah, that's easy cleanup. Yes, it is easy cleanup. It's just going to take a while. That and all the rust is on the screws. I usually, excuse me, let them sit. Okay, so just on the way out, if everybody would hit that thumbs up on the way out, I'd appreciate it. Everybody in the chat, anybody that, you know, if you're not subscribed to everybody else, check them out, man. OG's cool, Corey's cool, JJ, whoever else down here, Bob, Michelle, whoever else wants to has a YouTube channel, check them out. Don't forget today, Grand Pito Vic, or Hugh as we know, he's got that engine start video coming up, and he's also got Grandma Vic. She's gonna get the truck from John, so everybody go in and, you know, let's watch. She's not gonna be snoring this time. I guarantee you that. She's probably gonna be crying. She's really appreciated. I think that would be a really cool hangout. Everyone go and show some support. Who else we got on here? Nitro Freak's on all the time. Make sure you check him out. All right, OG. OG's gonna put in the work. He'll put everybody's, let's see, link in the next live. Yeah, man. No, OG, you got the wrench for a reason, man. If you feel the need to put someone's link up there, go right ahead, brother. You have my permission to do. Wow. Okay. I don't know how far I can go with this, but you have my permission to do what you think you need to do. Am I gonna pay for that? Yeah, I'm probably gonna pay for that one, but you know what I mean, brother. I trust you. So everybody here, I appreciate that, and let's have a good Saturday. I'm gonna go find something to do. Michelle, I don't know, that laughter is kind of sinister, you know. I think oh man, I'm gonna be able to rein in OG now. I gave him full go. It is what it is. All right, I'll see you next week. Peace. Man down.